Hi, welcome to or welcome back to Auntie's Cakery. You may have watched this video already because I posted one, but it was incomplete. The other video is missing the end. Oh my goodness, that is the best part. So here we go again. Starting with some vanilla cake and raspberry filling, I fill it and stack it. This is a 6-inch cake and ice the outside. I'm also doing an 8-inch cake with strawberry cake and strawberry filling. To ice the outside, I am using white chocolate ganache. I like it because it dries a little more stiff and holds the fondant much better. Speaking of fondant, I'm going to go ahead and roll some thin fondant and stick it on that cake. Roll that fondant onto the cake. Smooth the top, and then I'm going to smooth the sides until all those little wrinkles are out. You can see how I'm kind of shaking it to make it stretch a little bit. Then with my fondant smoothers, just go ahead and crisp up that edge just a little bit. And a pizza cutter to cut off the excess. Now I've got a nice smooth base to start decorating. You can see I have a really large flower tip. I'm going to use this to make some ruffles right along the bottom. My favorite icing to use for this type of cake is royal icing. It dries hard. Sorry about my scratchy voice. It is cold season after all, and I'm just getting over that. And switching to a serrated tip, I'm going to do some shells right on top of that ruffle. Cover up those little fondant imperfections. That's one thing about cake decorating. Sometimes you hide little details, and no one's the wiser. Shh, don't tell. Once I've got those large shells all around the bottom, I'm going to switch the tips again to a small star tip, and I'll pipe little shells the other direction all around the cake. Switching back to my serrated tip, I'm going to pipe some large shells right along the top here. You can see that I've already marked little dots where I want these shells to go. Then some more shells right in between the ones I piped. And these ones I'm just eyeballing, I didn't pre-mark them. Using a damp paintbrush to tap down those little tails. Now I'm switching to a round tip. Sorry I didn't show that to you. I think it's a number 2. I usually like to start with a number 2 or a number 3. Now with royal icing, it pipes beautiful strings. It's like the icing sticks to each other and flows so well, makes beautiful, beautiful strings. First I'll do one row, skipping every other shell. Then I'll do it again with the every other shells. Cover up those ends with a little dot. Then I'm going to add some dots going down from large to small. Again, those dots have little peaks, so with my paintbrush, I'm going to tap them down. I probably should have marked these two because they don't exactly line up. I stacked the 6-inch on top of the 8-inch cake, and I'm using a serrated tip to pipe shells between the layers. And then more strings. Sorry, that was not in focus very well. I did fix that. I'm going to pipe these strings all along the top of the 6-inch. It's so relaxing watching these flow, right? I'm piping a second row with the same size tip. And off camera, not on purpose of course, sometimes I forget to hit record, I do a third row of strings. Oopsie! You can see when I took off my guide, I dropped one of the strings, but I do fix that later in the video, so don't fret. Then above those strings, I'm going to do some dots, and going from large to small again. Then with my wet paintbrush, I'm tamping down those sharp tips. And right where all those strings meet, I'm going to pipe a large dot. Nice and puffy. Switching to a number 4 round tip. This is where I'm going to decorate the little scroll design along the middle of the 6-inch tier. And this is where the other video ends. I'm so sorry again for posting an incomplete video. And thanks for watching this one too. After I've got those scrolls all along the cake, I'm going to do little teardrop shapes in between, just adding some extra little detail. And just for a little more detail, I'm adding little sea scrolls. If you like this, please consider subscribing. It is helping my channel grow so well, so I can keep showing you these lovely cake designs. To finish off that middle design, I'm adding dots. I think dots are such an elegant and simple little design element to these cakes. There, I'm fixing the string. See, told you I'd do it. Now that these shells on the bottom are dry, I'm going to add some little strings along them also, just for another added layer of icing. Beautiful, love it. Now here is the full finished cake. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.